What's up, guys? Okay, about 3 minutes ago, they came out with the updated combat achievements poll blog. So that might be updated in the next few days as well. Like they keep updating these blogs according to kind of what they see the community is wanting. Anyway, yeah, today I want to take a look at it, share my thoughts on just, is this healthy for the game? Is it good? Does it look fun? So yeah, let's just go through it. So I'll just kind of skip the change log, and because I'm pretty sure all the changes are made in the actual blog now. So, and I apologize for my allergies. I'm a little stuffy, but yeah, I'll just read the whole thing, so you guys can just sit back and listen if you guys haven't checked it out already. Okay. Earlier this year, we announced that we'd begun concepting a way in which high level players can challenge themselves with fiendishly tough restrictions on boss fights and track those challenges in a way they can show off to others. Okay. Known then as PVM Achievement Diaries, we're extremely excited to announce what is now Combat Achievements. Um, Combat Achievements is a new system that will complement our current gameplay while offering new challenges for those skilled enough to complete them. As you defeat various bosses throughout Gielinor in dozens of different ways, you'll also be completing tasks at varying difficulties. Doing so, progress through the achievement tiers, and when you've done enough of them, you'll find access to a whole host of new rewards. Okay, cool. You may even encounter some iconic quest bosses along the way. How exactly do achievement diaries work? Much like normal achievement diaries, combat achievements are split into different tiers of tasks, increasing in difficulty as they progress. There are a lot of bosses and monsters within Old School, so unlike achievement diaries, 4 tiers, combat achievements will have 6. Very cool. So I've already looked through this, but yeah, instead of just the typical easy through, where are my necklaces at? Easy through Elite, now there's Master and Grandmaster. Kind of cool. Okay, so this is just an image showing kind of what it looks like. See below for a breakdown of the different tiers and an example of some of the requirements you might expect to be able to fully complete that tier. Note, below requirements not intended to be a direct reflection of what is required. They are more of a recommendation for how progress a typical account may be based on the content you'd like to complete. Okay, so that was one of the issues that I was reading on Twitter. Is that like, I mean, let's be honest, viewers. Like, you chose to limit yourselves. See, doesn't it hurt when people told you you chose to limit yourself and now you're locked out of all this content? No. But yeah, apparently it's not like, it's just giving an example. So easy, base 60 combat stats, 50 Slayer, Dragon Slayer. Medium, base 70 combat stats, 69 Slayer, Monkey -2. Hard, base 80 combat stats, 85 Slayer, Dragon Slayer 2. Elite, base 90 combat stats, 91 Slayer, Song of the Elves. Master, base 90 combat stats, 95 Slayer, rating, experience, and understanding most bosses within the game. Grandmaster, maxed combat stats, all previous requirements, experience with all PVM activities within game. This tier will take our hardest content in the game and push players to their limits. If you thought the Infernal Cape was the difficulty limit, think again. I'm interested. I'm kind of like, okay, well, you'll see at the end of the blog kind of like what they show off, and they clearly did say it was just an example, or this is like one of the challenges at the end. But yeah, if okay, I'll just spoil it. If Sixjads is the end game, I mean, I don't know. Sixjads is difficult, but like I completed it. I completed Sixjads like a year and a half ago. Like it took me like a couple hours. So we'll see what difficult is, and I wonder if it's gonna be like the Inferno, but with their like limited stats that they're saying, because these PVM achievement diaries are gonna include like certain ways how to kill certain bosses. Like you have to do this, you have to wear this gear, you have to, So I'm curious if it's gonna be like do a pure Inferno, so like your defense is gonna be reduced and shit. The additional tiers mean we can be more flexible in our approach with the tasks. Lower tiers are designed to help introduce new and less experienced players into PVM activities, giving them a taste of what combat in the game has to offer. But Master and Grandmaster tiers give us the ability to provide tasks challenging enough to stretch even the most veteran players. There's been lots of discussion within the community about combat achievements being available to all players, even those who intentionally choose to limit their account. Whilst we want it to be available to as many players as possible, some in-game encounters are locked behind requirements that not every account type can access. Naturally, because of this, there will be certain tasks that limited account builds will not be able to complete. But where possible, we'd like to offer players an alternative option to completing a specific task that would otherwise be impossible. With this in mind, we'd like to propose that account builds with limited defense levels would be able to fully complete everything up to the hard tier of combat achievements. Okay, that's respectable. Accept it. Let's see. Now that you've seen the different tiers available, let's take a look into what you can expect from tasks required to complete them. It's important we find the right balance between creating tasks that are difficult for groups, but also not impossible for solo players. By the same token, we must also avoid creating tasks that are hard to complete solo, yet trivial for groups. Yeah, that is pretty tough. Okay, most tasks within combat achievements will rely on your ability to complete them alone. There are some exceptions to this, especially when the content itself is designed specifically for groups. Examples include all kill count tasks. Any previously earned kill count will carry over and count towards task completions should combat achievements pass the ball. That's really cool. I like that. I would hate to just like, nothing's retroactive, you know? I mean, I guess KCs have already been recorded, so that's cool. Some speed task completions will carry over and count toward task completions should combat achievements pass the poll. Most raid tasks. There will be tasks for varying group sizes for both Chambers of Xeric and Theater of Blood. Okay. Okay, so I'm not going to go through this, but you guys can just look. This is like some of the examples of some of the things we'll be like encountering. I'll be honest, the speed one kind of, I don't know. Speed's fine. It is RNG. Like most things in this game are RNG, I guess. But like, for example, if the kill Zora was like less than like 40 seconds or something like stupid, it just ends up being like this RNG thing. I mean, 50 seconds is pretty reasonable with max gear. You can occasionally get those like every like 20 to 50 kills, I'd say. Okay. Yeah. Kill Sarachnis without killing her spiderlings. Okay, I've done that 16,000 times, so I should get Grandmaster for that shit. They should come out with a task that's just kill a boss 300,000 times. Okay. Okay, so here's the poll question one. Should combat achievements, a new system that tasks players with defeating various bosses throughout Gielinor in multiple ways in a varying difficulty, be added to the game? Completion of combat achievements will not be required in obtaining the achievement diary kit. I will vote yes. Rewards. Complete all the tasks within a tier to receive awards. You have to complete you have to complete the entire task, or the entire tier, which is obviously what achievement diaries is like. It wouldn't be much of an achievement if you were unable to brag about your accomplishments. So let's take a look at the proposed rewards on offer with combat achievements. The following rewards would only be obtained once all of the tasks within a relevant tier of combat achievements have been completed. Didn't I just read that? Okay. XP lamps. Much like the normal achievement diaries, XP lamps are given a scale and experience as you progress through the tiers. These can be used to gain experience in any of the skills of your choice over a certain level. Okay. So I feel like they could have buffed this, honestly. Like, don't normal elite achievement diaries already do 50k lamps? Whereas the elite one here only does 25k. And then the Grandmaster does 50. I would have said made the Master like 100k and then Grandmaster like 150k. But it would have had to been like a skill above like 80 or something. Because let's be honest, Grandmasters are already going to have like super high stats anyway. But that's fine. Who cares about just, 1 hour of rune crafting? Okay. Yeah, I'll vote yes to that. If achievement diaries are out of the game, yeah, we'll do that. This is like, dude, I'm pretty sure, not positive, but I'm pretty sure Mod Arcane had a little bit to do with this one, so I'm fucking happy. Increased clue scroll drop rate. We propose a 5% increased chance to receive clue scrolls you would normally get from drops, with the type of clue changing based on the tier of tasks you've completed. Any skilling or PVM activity would benefit from this increased chance. Okay, so, and this obviously would not affect masters that are obtained from other tier caskets, and this would not affect implings. Good. Fuck yeah. Okay, so easies. So it only goes to easy to elite, and then it's a 5% increase. So easy would increase easies by 5%, and then, yeah, so on. That's just awesome. That's just, I'll be completely honest. It doesn't, like, the whole skilling benefit does not really, like, add up. Like, it doesn't really make much sense that it would, like, benefit skilling as well, but fuck it. Like, I'll take it. So the elite, the coolest thing about if I complete the hardened elite, which seems to be pretty simple, like, I feel like Grandmaster is going to be the only tough thing. I feel like Master I'll be able to do fine as well, but getting just to elite is going to be quick. Or maybe not quick, but like, it's not going to be something that's going to take me like time to like learn. Anyway, so that's going to make, if I complete the elite, that makes elite clues from Seracnus 1 in 57 instead of 1 in 60, and hard clues 1 in 38 instead of 1 in 40. So it balances out to a clue scroll every 22.8, I think. Was it 22.8? Every 22.8 kills, I get a clue scroll, which is shit. I'll take that. I think over 300,000 Seracnus, that's like an additional 250 elites. So I'll probably not even have to do 300,000 Seracnus. But yeah, pretty cool. Please vote, or I'm not gonna, coerce you guys to like vote yes to that, but you would be doing me a favor if you voted yes to that. So that's awesome. I want that. Let's see. Yes, the poll question, absolutely. Give me that. Like a boss upgrade. Players who have unlocked the Like a Boss Slayer abilities are able to receive boss monster tasks from certain Slayer monsters. The maximum number of boss kills that can be assigned for most tasks is currently 35. If you master the art of boss slaying, each fully completed tier of tasks increases the maximum number of all bosses that can be assigned when Like a Boss is unlocked. Okay. So yeah, apparently just the Grandmaster tier, like if you complete everything, you can get assigned 50, which honestly, well, so back in July, they were proposing Boss Slayer, which is just literally like exclusively like just Boss Slayer, which is really like just pretty busted. And I had just proposed, why not just have like a Slayer point unlock that gives boss tasks like a 2 times more common occurrence or something. Like you could unlock a reward from a Slayer Master that's like 2k points or something. That from then on, you'll get boss tasks twice as commonly. And like that would have been awesome because like if you just were to have like a Slayer Master that just gives boss tasks, that's like really fucked. But this is a cool addition. I think it's awesome. Yeah, I wonder what they would do to Barrows. They'd probably increase it to like, I don't know. Who knows? Because you know how they've already done that with Barrows. They instead of 35, they give it 36. Wonder what they do for Grandmaster tier. In addition to the above, we also extend the number of Tiz-Talk Zook kills you'd normally be assigned. Oh shit! Okay, I didn't actually see that the first time. Okay, that's really cool. Damn, so if you're a Grandmaster, you can get assigned 3 Zooks in one task. That is actually very fucking balanced. I don't know. Like, that's awesome. That is such a good way like to do that, because I feel like part of the reason they've been trying to like push this boss slayer agenda on us is because there are a lot of streamers and players that literally will just play for the Inferno. Will just play for the hardest content over and over and over. And like you see it all the time. There's a bunch of streamers that do an Inferno task and then they have to spend 30 minutes hunting another task through tutorial. I think that's awesome. Complete the Grandmaster tier and then you get 3 Zooks in a row. That's cool. And I think it's really balanced. Okay. And then there's new helmet designs. Spruce up your Slayer look with new helmet designs. So it's just Elite, Master, and Grandmaster. A Jad, a Lady Verzik, and Zook helmet. I like that. I like fashion, honestly. Like, sometimes it's overwhelming when they have like clue updates and stuff that just shit out a bunch of cosmetic items. But in the long run, they're just cosmetics. Like, I think it's cool to be able to express yourself through like the way your dude looks. Like, I'm a big fan of Fashionscape, so yeah. Okay, accuracy based offhand. We'd like to reward willing adventurers with a new offhand blade that excels in providing increased melee accuracy in combat. Whilst it would offer no defensive or offensive bonuses outside of melee accuracy, each fully completed tier of tasks further enhances your ability with the item, unlocking more accuracy as a result. Have an idea for what the offhand should be called? Get in touch via one of the feedback. Yeah, okay. This is really cool. So long as you get to the elite tier, you're like upgrading in accuracy, basically. Actually, I'm gonna be completely positive on this. I'm pretty sure the Avernic does 30 stab already. Let's see. Yep. So the Avernic currently, I'll just hide this real quick, does 30, 29, 28. So, and then it wouldn't have any of these bonuses. Wouldn't have any strength. Wouldn't have any defensive. I'm assuming it won't have any negative bonuses either. Does it say? I don't know. Who knows if it has any negatives? It's not like it really matters, but anyway, cool thing about this is as soon as you pass the elite, like, you're gonna be getting some additional thing to like your Dragon Warhammer specs. Like, the elite will be a +3, or no, sorry, a +7 to what you currently have. Master will be +12. Grandmaster +17. That's a significant. If you had full Inquisitors with this bad boy and you're trying to Dragon Warhammer spec something, fuck. Like, I might bring that, because like what I'm kind of torn on right now is when I go to Sarachnis, I'm genuinely considering just camping Inquisitors. Again, I haven't done much testing. I've seen the DPS calcs and stuff, but testing wise, I'm not sure if it's worth to tank all those mage hits. But man, if we get that new defender, and I doubt I'd complete the Grandmaster. Like, I honestly doubt it, because there's gonna be something that's just gonna take like weeks or months to like get down, some crazy ass Inferno shit. But I mean, even the Master would be nice to just bring as a switch, because I would be considering Dragon Warhammering initially every kill. Not every kill, but like every other kill. And with that accuracy, that's pretty nice. I mean, I'd hit pretty much regardless anyway. But yeah, being like, having a better percentage of hitting is really nice. So that's cool. I like this. Be nice for Corp. It's just well balanced. See, this is the shit that's balanced. Instead of being like, oh, we're just going to fucking upgrade everything, like strength as well. Like, oh, God. Like, this is a very, very balanced thing. I kind of wish... Who knows? Like, I don't know. I guess you're just guaranteed this. I still think this thing should be purchased. I don't think it should just be given to you for free. I think you should have the ability to wield it, but I feel like it should be purchased at least. But that's fine. I'll vote yes to that. New teleport locations. God Wars dungeon. So it teleports you right beside the large boulder, blocking the way in the God Wars dungeon. So I'm assuming like right as you push that boulder. For those boulder pushers, I go through the little agility shortcut because I'm efficient. But yeah, I'm assuming it's going to put you right by the boulder in the God Wars dungeon. Like past it. Like, you've already passed the obstacle. I honestly propose that they should make the teleport right at the ladder or right at the rope when you go in. Like teleport you just right there, so you're just a tile away. I think that'd be better. Because it's just like what we have like right here is just kind of like a midway point. Like why not just put us right at the top? Just right there and just click the rope right there and we're in. But that's cool. I like it. You know what's interesting is that this also might be a buff to doing clue scrolls as well. If they keep it where it's at right now. First of all, it's a buff to the elite clue step, killing an armadillo minion or whatever, and then also killing a spiritual mage for master clues because it teleports you right there. The other thing is anywhere like north of Trollheim ish. It's going to give like a nice little benefit. Okay, so that's cool. Tazar City, home of the infamous Zug. Okay, so you could teleport right in the center ring, which currently there are no teleports there. So Elite would give 3, Master gives 5, and Grandmaster gives unlimited. Really cool. God Wars Dungeon improvements. So basically this is just... Well, let me just read it. For many, the God Wars Dungeon has served as a proving grounds for aspiring boss slayers. Packed full of creatures to slay and bosses to fell. You'll be spending some time here throughout your journey toward completing the combat achievement tiers. In return, you'll find some improvements to the area with reduced follower kill count requirements and increased drop rates of ecumenical keys for a small fee. Personal instances for each of the god chambers would be made available. Cool. So reduced kill count. So instead of killing 40 to get into the door, you'd only have to kill 30 for the Grandmaster. I personally feel like that should be reduced even further. It doesn't really matter, let's be honest, but I think Grandmaster should only be 20. And everything else should just be doubled. Like 14, 8, and 4. That's cool. I like that. Increased ecumenical key drop rate. That's really nice. Yeah, that's pretty damn nice for people that do ecumenical keys. A 1 in 40 for Grandmaster. I just keep assuming I'm gonna achieve Grandmaster quite simply. Or no, I'm not assuming that, but I need to stop assuming like I'm gonna get Grandmaster quickly because I don't want to spend again weeks and months completing like Grandmaster. Like fuck that. So I'll probably end up just at Master tier, potentially even Elite. Elite's all I really need anyway, because that's all I want. Just want the clue scrolls, but yeah, I like it. I vote for it. Boss chamber instances. So here is the whole thing with boss instances, which is kind of nice that they're addressing it now. Like, I think it's cool. Overcrowding players, crashing one another within God Wars Dungeon has been an increasing problem. There has been a demand to add private instances to the various boss chambers, but there are concerns over how powerful adding these may be. With combat achievements, we feel it's the perfect opportunity to finally be able to offer them whilst managing the wider impact by locking the instance options behind content that a typical player would complete on their journey to needing them. Upon completion of all tasks within the hard tier and above, players will gain access to personal instance for the boss chambers with God Wars Dungeon. Very cool. So you just have to complete hard and then you'll get it. There's a price to pay. Okay, so the price is for hards 150k, Grandmaster 75k. I think that is completely fair to spend 75k, even 100k, even like honestly, even 150k. I think just my last Ramble or the Ramble before I was talking about it, just like I would be willing to pay 250k to get a solo instance. But then again, like I'm prepared to get a bunch of kills in my Bandos trip. Again, this is only applying to Bandos. They say it's applying to all God Wars, but like nobody's gonna pay for an instance to go to fucking Zami or Arma. So, but it would be extremely nice to have a super nice ping world, like my preferred world, having to only pay 100 to 75k or 75 to 100k, and just not have to deal with any bullshit. Oh my god, I'd fucking kill for that. No dealing with any bullshit. The other cool thing is, hopefully they, well, I'm assuming, I think what happens in instances is all your potions and supplies drop outside of the instance. So, because currently, right now, if I brought purple sweets into Bandos, they all drop to the fucking floor when I die. But everything else goes outside the room. So that's kind of an issue. With this, it looks like if I die, which I basically my Bandos trips ends when I die. Like when I die, that's my Bandos trip end. I never teleport out. Like I always feel like I can squeeze one more kill in. That's just always how it is. So dying and not having to go get another KC to go in just to pick up my sweets, this is like a fucking win-win. I'm voting yes to this shit. Hell yeah. Same thing with ecumenical keys. So they just added this. Hardcore Iron Man were just fucking crying because they were making it only do ecumenical keys. But now you can get the required minion kill count. That's cool. There are many private instance options throughout Gillinord that require coins in order to access. We'd like to make this more accessible for all players whilst promoting more opportunities for item syncs. We do this by allowing the fee to be taken directly from Death's coffer. Wow. Okay. Now, like, nobody can fucking complain about, like, the price of this. Like, it literally goes through Death's coffer. I have, like, 20 million in my Death coffer that I'll literally never use again after I'm done with Nightmare. I still die at Nightmare, but it's like 60k. But like I will literally never spend another well, I die at Sarachnis too. I'll take it back. Anyway, yeah, if it's taken from Death's coffer, holy fuck. Okay, that is not an issue. Nobody should ever complain about this price. This is amazing. This is a blessing. Like literally a blessing. Like the J-mods have answered every fucking Iron Man's prayers. So if this passes, yeah, we are fucking lucky. Dragon Hunter crossbow designs. When we asked the community for reward ideas, a popular suggestion was to revisit the various Dragon Hunter crossbow variants created by Mod West. I think these are awesome. KBD one's the best. KBD one you actually get from the hard tier, and the Elite you get this shitty Vorkath one. No, the Vorkath one's also really cool, but KBD is badass. A black crossbow. That's so sick. So that's cool. You do have to combine the head, so you don't just get it. I mean, you unlock the ability to combine it, so similar to the Slayer helmet. Combat achievements, a note on the future. Since we released the blog earlier this week, we've had a fair few comments asking how we're going to approach new content through combat achievements. Should combat achievements pass the bowl? While we won't start the full development until it passes, there are some considerations we're already taking into account. New bosses and challenges will be added into the respective tiers, but only when they have settled following the update they arrived in. With old school RuneScape being a living game that is constantly changing based on player feedback, it's highly likely content will be altered slightly after it is released. We'd like to take this into account before adding any new tasks to combat achievements. Where we are able to add new tasks with future content releases, we will avoid adding anything that could potentially spoil content. This is especially important to consider with new encounters, as we'd rather not reveal their mechanics until you've had a chance to experience them first. We'll be mindful of any changes to content that would make a previously challenging task unintentionally easier. So I'm curious, since these are kind of like achievement diaries, when a new task, it sounds like they're going to be like adding tasks as new bosses come out. Is that going to make it so you're like new accuracy defender, you can't equip it until you've completed that? That makes me nervous. We'll see though. We'll see what happens. It wouldn't be a true combat focused update if we weren't offering you a new challenge to go alongside it, would it? Luckily, there are many new challenges included within combat achievements that will test your PvM prowess. While on the topic of new challenges, we'd like to take this opportunity to talk about another combat-related update separate from combat achievements. Oh, this is separate. Okay. So Sixjads isn't even part of combat achievements. What the fuck? Following a series of failed experiments. Okay, fuck it. It's just Sixjads. That's what it is. I'm not going to read their lore. So within the inner city, players will find... I'm not going to read these. Tazar, Ket, Rak. After a short introduction, you will allow players to take on his challenges. There are 6 in total, with each seeing the player fight a number of Jads. Okay, so I'm assuming it's just you kill 1 Jad, 2 Jads, up to 6. The final 4 challenges require completion of Inferno. So that sounds exactly like it. if there's 6. The first one and first 2 you can do, but you can't do triple Jads until you've done the Inferno. That's cool. I mean, I think. I'm just assuming. Sixjads is so much fun. It's only if you have a good ping world, though. Like, the last time they did a tournament world, it was, like, unplayable. It was so laggy. So, like, it was basically impossible to do Sixjads. But the one before, I had an absolute blast doing it. Think you have what it takes to defeat 6 Jads at the same time? If you're successful, you'll find yourself rewarded with a new Jad transmog for the Jad pet. You will also receive some tackle for each Jad killed. Ooh, wow. I wonder if it's going to be like a good like Jad or a good tackle or a good way to make money or something. Probably not, let's be honest. But the transmog is awarded upon your first completion of the challenge rather than it being a chance drop. While we did consider the latter, we feel the true replayability value of this challenge is pushing for faster completions. I think that's fair. That's awesome. That is awesome. I need to get a Jad pet now. Fuck. I think that pet's sick. Okay. So then there's like a scoreboard. Okay. So yeah, that's basically it. Very cool. Very, very cool. I want to just take a look now because I think something else had come out. I think this new quest came out. I'm just gonna take a little look. Twisted Tales. Okay, I'm not gonna read this whole thing because I want to see the updates though to this week's. I literally should just end the video, but fuck it. I want to read what's happening at the poll 73 updates. We've changed the achievement diary completion. Oh yeah, so hards. Wait. Required to get permanent ropes at the entrance to instead of later from elite down. Okay, elite down to hard. Okay. Cool, cool. Is that it? All right, well, that wasn't worth it. All right, guys. Tell me your thoughts in the comments. What do you guys think of combat achievements? I'm looking forward to it big time. I think it's really cool. And yeah, I want everything to pass. That is crazy that I want everything to pass. Like, I think it's awesome. They fucking well done, Jagex. Well done. This is awesome. Nothing's too OP. Everything's what people want. And it caters to every player, like casual up to grandmaster. It's awesome. You guys did really fucking well. And you've like hit little points that other players would want, like the clue scroll shit. That's awesome. So I am extremely pumped for this. And yeah, let me know your guys' thoughts though. I would love to hear, what your guys' thoughts are on it, because who knows, you could change my mind about certain things. But so far, like, I don't see anything wrong with this. I think it's beautiful. I think they nailed it. Literally, I can't like overstate it enough. It's awesome. So well done. And yeah, let me know.